Hey, y'all, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast, where live music and great stories take center stage. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Teton Guitars. Whether you're picking tunes around a campfire or taking the stage at your favorite honky tonk, Teton Guitars delivers rich, soulful sound built for the journey. Learn more at tetonguitars.com. Now let's dive into some music and memories.
All right, folks, we're going to get started with Mr. Wynn Varble. Welcome to the stage. Thanks for joining us. So that one, that's all right. That's all right. Hey, Miss Shannon, you see this mic?
That's okay. A mic too?
Yeah, she'll get it. We got, like I said, we got to back up.
Oh, okay, I got you. So which one goes on the guitar?
This, when you play, I'll swing this over there. Because this, these are... The microphones are everybody's listening to. These are for the podcast.
I got you.
All right. Okay, guys. Welcome, Wynn Varble. Mr. Wynn.
Howdy.
Mr. Wynn is from Georgia originally, but a Nashvilleian now.
Yeah, I've been up there longer than I've been anywhere.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
When did you go to Nashville?
I was actually kind of late to the party. I was 32 before I moved up there. I was in 92. I moved up there.
92.
Yeah. I went up there in 82. I was a very young man and had a cousin that worked at a big publishing company up there doing tape copy.
Mm-hmm.
And he cataloged all the new songs coming in, and I was hearing some of those songs, and I looked at my 40 songs I had, and I thought, I ain't ready yet, so I need to go do some more living. So
you went home and lived a little.
I didn't go home, but I hitchhiked across the country 3 or 4 times and did a bunch of stuff like that, and played honky tonks and just, soaked a little bit up,
So what was your musical background? I mean, did you grow up in a musical family?
No, my daddy couldn't play radio, but he loved country music. He loved music of all kinds, and he had a very extensive country music. He liked old Hank Sr. and
you bet.
And I'd put them records on. We had one of them stereos. Y'all remember that was about 8 foot long?
Big one,
Yeah, it looked like a casket or something. And I wore them old records out. And every Christmas, I'd get him like my favorite country record. I'd get it from my old man so I could listen to it. So he caught on to that trick pretty good then.
Yeah. Well, so you finally moved back up in 92 and got serious about it.
Yeah.
When was your first cut? Once you got to town? Or did you have a cut before you got to town?
No, I had a song. I hadn't been in town long, and Reba McEntire had put one of my songs on hold, which means they tell you to hold it, not don't let nobody else hear it. Yeah. And then the guy who ran her publishing company called me and he goes, "Man, we really like this song. We want to hear some more of your stuff." So I went over and played them some, and I'd been talking to some other guys, but I ended up signing with them.
Okay. So you signed a publishing deal, which means you go to work every day and write music.
Yep.
So tell them a little bit about that. That was kind of a cool experience. Miss Shannon and I were out there in April and got to go to Curb and got to interview some songwriters there.
Yeah.
And they kind of showed us that process. But you showed up to work 4 days a week, essentially 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Write music.
Yeah. Back then it was 10 o'clock. And I couldn't understand why everybody wanted to get to work so late, And but most of them are out playing music at night.
Right.
10 o'clock's pretty good for some of them old boys, So we get together at the crack of 10 and sit down and throw a couple of your publisher would set you up to write with these people. Like Tony said, when you moved to Nashville, nobody had ever co-written a song, You didn't know how to you always wrote by yourself. And it was a different experience, writing with somebody else. But it's a good thing sometimes. And so we, throw a couple of ideas back and forth till something lights us up, and
right.
Just bear down on it.
Right. And you may have a great day and write 2 or 3, and you may not scratch the surface.
Might have a co-stare for about 4 hours, just stare at each other.
Yeah. Well, you've had some great hits yourself. So, how many number ones total?
3.
3. So, your first one was it with
Have You Forgotten?
Have You Forgotten with Daryl Worley, which is a great song. Wow.
Appreciate it.
How'd that come about? Obviously, we know how it came about.
Well, Daryl, it was about a year and a few months after 9/11 happened, and my dad was we observed Pearl Harbor Day pretty strong in our house, and there's a lot of people in my family that served, and it was the year and a half after 9/11, and it just seemed like everybody was trying to sweep it under the rug, and I just, people were protesting the war in Afghanistan, and I told Daryl, I said, it makes you want to shake him and say, have you forgotten what them people did to us like a year and a half ago? And that was our title, and
what a great song.
We wrote it, and he played it for his manager. He wanted to do it on the Opry that weekend. His manager told him it was too political, and he played it for his dad, and his dad said, "You damn right you need to do that, son. People need to hear that." And thank God he listened to his daddy instead of his rocket science manager,
So did he play it on the Opry?
He played it on the Opry, and the response was in. They went in 2 weeks later and cut it, and it was a huge, it was his career song. So,
well, that's a great song.
Well, thank you. It was two rednecks getting pissed off and just kind of saying what they meant, So.
Well, sometimes we need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's been a few others that came out of that same experience.
Yeah.
So, and then your second one was "Waitin' on a Woman."
Yeah.
Was that the second number one, or was that?
That was the second.
Yeah. So for Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
That's a great story as well.
Thank you. I had that idea wrote down in my book for about a year, back when we had books instead of phones, Y'all remember books? Pencils and stuff?
Yeah.
And I had this idea, Waiting on a Woman. I thought it was going to be an up-tempo kind of fun thing. And I was going in to write with my buddy Don Sampson to finish a song one morning, and I got a call from a friend of mine telling me that this old guy we used to work in the hay and feed business with was dying, and if I wanted to talk to him, I need to call him. And I called him, and I said goodbye to him, and asked him where his wife was, and he said, "Oh, hell, they got me hooked up to all these tubes and wires." I told her to go on home, and I knew how much she meant to him, so I don't know, man. It just, like, when I got off the phone, it's like God said, this is what you've been waiting with that title. And it all just came clear as a bell, and I went and told Don about it, and I don't even remember that song we was going to finish that day, but we wrote Waiting on a Woman instead,
Yeah, what a great song. And then I don't know if y'all remember back in the CMT days, who played the part of the old man. Andy Griffith did.
Yeah.
What a cool story. So
Yeah.
And you whenever you want to jump in and play us a song, that's what they're here to hear you play. So we can talk, or you can play some songs.
Okay, well, we can do whatever y'all want to do. Play a song?
You bet. Here.
What y'all want? Y'all want something serious or something fun, or what do you want? Fun?
Hey, how about that fishing song you and Aaron Ratier did?
We could do that.
That's a good song.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that might be better than what I was going to pick anyway.
I doubt it, but.
Got any fishermen in the crowd today?
Oh, yeah.
One in the back. We got one in the back. Well, this song, I had an appointment one morning with this kid named Aaron Ratier, and he had this title, and he said, I said, well, I like that title, but we got to keep from pissing the church people off, and he said, do you know any church people? I said, I am a church people, and So I think I can wiggle our way around it, you know. It's a little early. Well, I got up early on this Lord's Day with the sun peeking through the curtain. Thought I could wet a line for a couple good hours and still make the 10 o'clock sermon. But the sky is blue and the breeze is cool and they're biting good, not to mention if I left right now might make it somehow, but I doubt I could pay attention. I'd rather be on the lake with my mind on God in the middle of His creation, in an old John boat with my zip code rod for some private conversation. There might be a few people talking bad about me when they see that I am a missing, but I'd rather be on the lake with my mind on God than in church with my mind on fishing. Well, I like that preacher and I love how it feels when he really gets to throwing down. But I tend to do my talking with the Lord above when there's nobody else around. If I was there right now, I'd be thinking about which lure I was gonna cast. And he don't need another fool sitting in that pew daydreaming about a largemouth bass. I'd rather be on the lake with my mind on God in the middle of His creation, in an old John boat with my zip code rod for some private conversation. There might be a few people talking bad about me when they see that I am a missing, but I'd rather be on the lake with my mind on God and in church with my mind on fishing. I'd rather be on the lake with my mind on God and in church with my mind on fishing.
Thank you. Awesome. I really like that song, and I get a kick out of Aaron. Aaron Ray J. You worked with him much before that, or?
That was the first song we ever wrote, and it's funny because this is how it works. Me and some friends went down to Montego one day to do this songwriters workshop, and there was a bunch of people out there, and there was one young guy there. Most of them were kind of geezers out there, you know, and like me, and then there was this kid there, and I didn't, you know, I mean, you don't know, and like 6 years later, I'm in the room sitting there writing with this kid, and he looks kind of familiar, you know, but not really. And he said, I was at a thing you were at one time in Montego, and you gave this workshop. I said, that was you? You were the young guy. He said, yeah, I was
the one and only young guy. Yeah. Well, for those of you who don't know who Aaron Ratier is, Aaron wrote You Look Like You Love Me with Ella Langley.
Yeah.
He also wrote 4x4 by You for Laney, and he also wrote the Armadillo song. Yeah. So, which is for Miranda, which is a great song. So.
And he's a good guy. This was like Aaron's. He was pretty young when I wrote this.
When you wrote this,
yeah. And but he has gone on to do really great things, and I'm tickled for him. But he's nuttier than a squirrel turd. You know, this old boy is.
He definitely is a little nutty. Yeah, for sure. So Easton Corbin, you had another number one with Easton Corbin. Yeah, that was a little more country than that.
Yeah,
that's a great song as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that one. But you've had cuts with Kelly Pickler, with Montgomery Gentry, and obviously with Garth. I mean, Willie.
Yeah.
What'd you write for Willie?
I don't know if I can tell it.
Oh.
Well, I had, you know, like, y'all heard Tony say, the best thing can happen is you get one of your songs recorded, and the worst thing can happen is you get one of your songs recorded.
I know this song. Yeah.
So anyway, me and some buddies of mine wrote this goofy song called I Ain't Going Down on Brokeback Mountain, and Willie heard it and he fell in love with it, and I'll be damned if he didn't record the dang thing.
Yeah. You don't want to tell him the title?
I told him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear nothing. I got these headphones. All right. Sorry about this audio. We're trying to dial it in. You also had some cuts with Trace Adkins and John Party, Cody Johnson. What did you have with Cody?
I had one of Cody's first hits called "Me and My Kind,"
Oh, yeah.
and then I've had several on his album since then. But Cody's a good boy.
Yeah,
He's
definitely
solid
is.
as a rock.
Now, you also, and you played one for us the other night, a cut the Chancey Williams cut.
Yeah.
Take
Oh,
one
yeah.
for the team.
Yeah.
That's another great song.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I figured they knew about Chancey up here because he's a Wyoming boy.
Well, he is a Wyoming boy, but
he's starting to make some waves.
he's making some big waves, and we've had the pleasure of having him on the podcast. So he's been it was a lot of fun to sit down with him. So
He's a good guy.
yeah. And Kaylin Beasley's worked with him quite a bit. The young artist that's here. Yeah. If you guys have been going to any of the shows, you've seen Kaylin, and what a talented young man he is.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
but have we got any questions from the crowd? I didn't get a chance to do that for Tony, but anybody got any questions for Wynn?
Hey, come on in.
Don't be scared.
We're not scared.
Not scared? Just don't have any questions.
Tony's answered all their questions.
Oh yeah, we got one.
Did you like when you got did you like going to work every day and writing songs, or you prefer to just do it on your own?
It beat the heck out of working on the loading dock or framing houses, shoveling horse manure and all that. Yeah, I loved it. I was getting paid to write a song. I was a professional, man.
Doesn't get any better than that, right? Get
That's
paid
right.
to do something you love.
What were the three? So Waitin on a Woman was one of them.
Yeah.
The other two?
Have You Forgotten, Daryl Worley, and then a little more.
I'm a little more
country than that. Easton Corbin.
Yeah.
So Easton, he's a farm boy from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, North Florida.
Yeah. So, but also don't want to fail to mention that you were songwriter of the year in 2009.
Yeah, for the Nashville Songwriters Association.
Yeah.
Very honored for that. And, I did somebody asked me the other night, we always get asked, I know Tony does, why don't you make your own records? Kim made her own records, but me and Tony kind of made our own records too. But I did a record deal with Sony back in 2000, I think. But they kept the record and released me.
Yeah, well, you also got your Grand Ole Opry debut in 2011. Is that right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That didn't take long, did it? It was fine. It was great. It was a big honor, man. I just this buddy of mine set it up. I was nervous as a cat, and I'd been on there before, but playing for other people, but
Not for you.
for me. Yeah,
You weren't the headliner.
No, I went on there the first time with Jewel. Y'all remember that gal?
Oh,
Jewel,
yeah.
So we had written this song and she didn't know how to play it, so I went on there and played it for her. And it was just me. I was the whole band, and I was nervous, and I was like, and she's singing this song, and I'm keeping my head down. I ain't even looking up to see what's I'm playing. Boy, I'm studying this guitar hard, And he got to the tag of the song, the right end of the song, and I thought, all right, look up and take it in. And when I did, I hit a. And she turned around, and I went, damn it, I should have waited like 10 more seconds,
Oh, well, the Opry's a cool place. We got to go see a show there here not too long ago, and if you haven't had the experience to go out there and do that, you need to.
Yeah.
But there's some other great venues in Nashville. Obviously, the Ryman and the Listening Room Cafe. We got to go there, and what a cool experience! It's similar to what this is. You get to go in and listen to 2 or 3 songwriters sit on stage and share their stories and tell the backstories, and that's what I love about that songwriter experience, right?
Yeah.
To hear those stories. So
Yeah. They and the Bluebirds, of course.
yeah, the Bluebird. Now we didn't get to go to the Bluebird. They'd had some problems and it was closed while we were in town. So we missed our opportunity for the Bluebird, but we'll be back. So
Yeah. Well, the Bluebird, you gotta get tickets like when they first go on sale. Since they made that Nashville show up there, you
Yeah.
can get in the Bluebird, but you can't get in there. They sell out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even hardly remember that show, but a lot of people do, I guess. You know.
Yeah, it was quite the show, and it had quite the impact on the Bluebird.
Yes,
So,
it is.
yeah. But those, a listening room experience is way different than a concert or going to the Bridgestone or even the Opry.
Well, a lot of people, and I know Tony and Kim's heard this, but they say, I don't even like country music, but I love this.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
well, and I don't know that you can't paint this all into the country music corner. I mean, there are songs that were. I mean, you cut a song with Jewel.
yeah. Well, it's a country song, though.
Well, yeah, but she wasn't typically known as a country singer.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah,
She
more of a
wasn't.
folk singer, and so there are a lot of artists even here this weekend. We got to interview a young man yesterday, Corey Mon, Corey's not a country singer at all. So so you get some variation here even at this deal. So
For sure, yeah.
yeah, but this has sure been fun. What else you want to play us one more?
Sure, I'll play something. Let's see here. Think if I can. A lot of songs come from failed relationships, you know, and of course, and this one did. This is a song that I was married to a gal from England for about 15 minutes back in the early 80s, and we got married over in England, and I think we just like the way each other talk, to be honest with you. But, which is nothing to base a relationship on, I can tell you that. But, it got rocky, and I ain't saying that this song's about her, but I don't know, is this the thing down a half step?
No, Tony tuned it, so it's on.
Tony tuned it, it's
Tony tuned it, so it's
thing?
on. It should be.
All right,
standard.
I'm gonna try to do this in this key then, because maybe I should do another song. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do another song because I'll do this song. So this song, me and a couple buddies of mine wrote this out at my cabin one day. We was talking about there ain't enough killing in country music no more. You know, them old hillbilly songs, they kill you off in them songs, you know. And I thought, man, what happened to all that cheating and killing and all that, you know, jealous and all that? So we buried down, bluegrass, you know. So we was going to write one, and so I sent it to Garth because he likes that dark stuff, you know. And he wrote me back and he said, man, I just don't, he said, I love the song and I love the darkness of it. He said, but it's, the ending, man, it's just not clear to me. I said, well, I thought it was clear. And he goes, I just got to need something more concrete. So I wrote another ending to the song, and I sent it to him, and it was crickets. I didn't get nothing back. And I thought, well, he didn't like that ending. So I wrote another ending, kind of kidding around, you know, and I still ain't heard nothing back. I mean, I've talked to him several times. He's never brought that song up again, you know, so I'm taking that as a hard pass, but it's called Knowing. I gotta remember the first line. All right. A silver Zippo lighter in her floorboard. Another text last night at 2 a.m. Who makes that many trips down to the drugstore? And who spends 7 hours at the gym? I'll admit that I had my suspicions. I never dreamed she'd do what she's done to me. The hurt I'm feeling now, I wouldn't wish it on her or my own worst enemy. It was bad enough before I knew where she was going, but it sure don't make a damn bit better knowing So I told her I'd be gone till Sunday evening. Packed a bag like I was going out of town. He was parked right down the road as I was leaving. So I killed some time and circled back around. I'll admit that I had my suspicions, but I never dreamed she'd do what she's done to me. The hurt I'm feeling now, I wouldn't wish it on her or my own worst enemy. It was bad enough before I knew where she was going, but it sure don't feel a damn bit better knowing. Lord, it's gonna take a lot, probably everything I got, not to send the two of them right straight to hell. 'Cause I'm staring at them through these sights, and they're both begging for their lives. What I'm about to do is hard to tell. I'll admit that I had my suspicions. I never dreamed she'd do what she's done to me. The hurt I'm feeling now, I wouldn't wish it on her or my own worst enemy. It was bad enough before I knew where she was going, but it sure don't feel a damn bit better knowing she's about to reap. That's the first inning. She's about to reap the seeds that she's been sowing, but it sure don't feel a damn bit better knowing. So that was the original ending. I didn't get nothing back, so I sent him this one. It's almost like the trigger's wanting me to pull it, but ammo's high and they're not worth the bullet. Crickets, I got cricket. So this is the last one I sent him right here, if I can remember. Oh yeah. Yeah, I fired a shot, but no, I didn't kill him. But let's just say he won't be having children. Which one y'all like?
Oh, I like the last one. Hey, do me a favor. Autograph that T-Tong guitar for me.
All right.
Man, this has been fun, Wynn. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We have really enjoyed this. Thanks to Mike Booth for setting all this up and
Mike,
and inviting us to be a part of it. Miss Shanda and I and Musical Miles podcast